What's up, Lazy Dog fam? Hope everybody out there is having a spectacular day. This is the first day, and I want to say, I know at least 2 weeks, maybe even 3, that it hasn't rained in the afternoon, which has made it a little tough around here. Sometimes it's been raining twice a day.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Yesterday, it rained like at 3, got at least an inch or so, and then rained again last night. So everything's a little wet around here. This video is going to be a little bit out of sequence as a result of all the rain. We were going to do all this Sunday, and we just didn't. We got caught by the rain. Yeah. So we'll patch it together the best we can. Sunday, the plan was to get this tilled up and to plant a cover crop here. And we had a nice little marriage building exercise, I would call it, out here teaching Brooklyn how to use the tiller. And normally I wouldn't want to till this unless I just have to, and I didn't want to have to get her out there on the tiller, but where that corn was planted, it was pretty uneven and needed to kind of level it out, and I figured that was the easiest way to do it. But I feel like after about 3 or 4 passes, you got the hang of it.
It wasn't getting the hang of it. That thing weighs like 100 pounds.
Yeah, I guess I always thought it was kind of light.
You keep saying, just turn it, just turn it. Listen, I think you're not telling the whole story. I'm out here picking tomatoes and you come out and you go, hey, I need you to till that up. It'll be easy. I don't have sunblock on. I don't have shoes on. I was doing it in flip-flops, y'all.
It did really only take about 20 minutes. But
oh my, it was the longest 20 minutes of my life.
For her, it seemed like it took an eternity.
Worse than childbirth.
Well, we went over it twice and got it nice and kind of somewhat flattened. She was worried that all that rain kind of undid what she did, but I
said I ain't doing it again.
I think the dirt's still nice and soft enough we can rake in this cover crop today. So can you grab, where's that bag at, honey? Maybe it's on that side of you. So in this spot here where our sweet corn was, what we're going to be planting today is some buckwheat. Now there's a lot of good options out there as far as warm season cover crops. You got buckwheat, sorghum Sudan grass, sun hemp, field peas. We're going to be trying some safflower in one spot. So lots of good options. And the one you plant, or excuse me, the one you choose to plant may have a lot to do with the equipment you have or how much time you have. Now, all the ones I mentioned are pretty easy to take down with your standard lawnmower, just basic equipment pretty much anybody has, exception being sun hemp. That's why I don't grow sun hemp anymore. It's tough to cut down unless you've got a big brush hog or a rotary mower on a tractor. It just gets really woody. It's a great cover crop, does lots of good things for your soil, but unless you got a big tractor or rotary mower, it's tough. Even that Gravely I've got, which is a pretty decent mower, the sun hemp still gives it trouble. So we don't grow sun hemp anymore just because it's tough to get knocked down. Whew, I'm sweating.
It is really hot.
The sun's beating in on us.
Yo, it is 7:30 p.m. and it is still
hot. Yeah, it's making up for all those cool days we had.
Sure.
So the equipment will have one thing to do with it. The other thing will be the time you have. Now, most of the ones I mentioned are going to take at least 60 days or so before they go to seed. So it's more of a longer term cover crop. There is one that's more shorter term, and that would be buckwheat here. And that's why we're going to plant it in this plot. Buckwheat usually flowers in about 4 weeks or so.
Okay.
And that's about the window we're working with here. I want to plant some winter squash here. I got a variety of viewers sent me called Tug River Cushaw, and the kids want me to plant some blue pumpkins, so we're going to grow some pumpkins and winter squash right here. But I don't want to plant those right now. I want to plant them in about 4 weeks or so, about a month. Okay. Hopefully when my back's better. And we don't want to have to keep cultivating this or keep worrying about the weeds growing up in it.
Yes,
we might as well take care of our soil, rehab it a little bit, and plant a cover crop. So if you're working with a short window between summer planting and fall planting, buckwheat is a great one that's going to give you about 4 to 5 weeks of time there.
Now you're going to chop this down before it goes to seed, you said.
Right, so when it flowers, you got about 2 weeks to work with there before it starts producing some viable seed. And you don't want to let buckwheat go to seed. It can be invasive. It'll come back just like a weed.
Is there anything we can, like, we can't make buckwheat flour out of this?
If you let it go to seed, I guess.
You'd have to let it go to seed.
Yeah, you'd have to let it go to seed. So if you were going to do that, you probably not, excuse me, not want to do that. where you're growing a garden.
Okay.
So
Somewhere else.
buckwheat is going to be perfect for us here. We've got this variety I got from Green Cover Seeds called Mankin buckwheat.
It's upside down, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what the variety I planted in the past was. It was just always called buckwheat. But we're going to grow this one. And, excuse me. The one thing I can do is I can put a little bit in a bucket and I can strow the seeds out. So I'm going to do that part. And then Brooklyn's going to help.
The easy, fun part.
Brooklyn's going to help us get it raked in. So I got my little bucket here about halfway full. I imagine there's probably 2-3 pounds or so in there. Buckwheat, you want to plant it thick because unlike some cover crops that make a bunch of foliage and get real dense, it doesn't. And so you want to plant it thick so you get some good ground cover. So I don't know if this will be enough for this whole plot, but we're going to go start strowing it and we'll see. So you can plant this stuff several different ways. You can use a drill, you can use a walk behind seeder. I always just strow it by hand and just kind of walk along, make me a little path here. And just spread the seed out. So now Brooklyn's getting it raked in here the best we can. It would do a little bit better had it not just rained a ton yesterday, but hopefully we'll still get some good germination. All right, so good to get that done. Been wanting to do that for a while. It's just been raining, couldn't get it done, and I don't know if we'll get the best germination in the world, but I threw the seeds out there pretty thick. We'll see what happens. Buckwheat usually germinates pretty good, so that'll be a nice placeholder for us for a few weeks. And if you, this time of year when it gets hot and the weeds start growing up like crazy, if you get tired of your garden, don't let it grow up with weeds. Plant you a cover crop there, whether it's a short-term one like this for just 4 or 5 weeks, or a longer-term one, put something there so the weeds don't thrive, kind of let your soil rehab.
You gonna water this?
I usually do come in with a tripod sprinkler and water it for an hour or so every day, but I don't think I'm gonna water it tonight. The soil's pretty moist.
Yeah, it's real wet.
And it could start raining any minute now, who knows. If we don't get any rain tomorrow, I may put a little water on it, but probably won't right now. Usually as hot as it is out here, this stuff will sprout in 2 days or so with ample moisture. So I want to go back and show you something else we did, or a few other things we did on Sunday when we were out in the garden playing before it started raining. So Abram decided he wanted to set him up a little vegetable stand and sell some tomatoes and pumpkins and peppers and whatever we got. I want to go show you guys a little setup here beside the road. And look who I found here wheel hoeing her pea plot. She done took full ownership of this plot right here.
I mean, there ain't nobody else to do it, Trav.
How we doing, honey?
Try and get these weeds out.
Getting those weeds out? The peas are looking good. You gonna have to spray them, you reckon?
Yes. I do see some spots.
You got the hang of that now, don't you?
Yeah, I got it now.
Helps when it's a little wet, don't it?
Right.
So this is his vegetable stand here.
Okay, we got some pumpkins. These pumpkins. And we got pink striped pumpkins, some yellow tomatoes, cherry tomatoes,
figs, pickles,
zucchinis,
potatoes.
And we also got some cherry tomatoes.
You got a little bit of it all, huh? Looks pretty good.
I think more.
You waiting on your first customer?
I've been waiting for it all this time.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a little while.
Okay, I got some pie right here, toy over here, and I've got some fig and tomato and some pumpkin.
You waiting for somebody to come? You gonna sell your Power Ranger toy?
No.
Okay, just the vegetables?
Yes.
Okay. Bubby's got his first customer coming up. Abram, how many customers have you had so far?
2, and look how much money they gave me.
Oh, you made a little money?
Yeah.
2 customers?
Yeah, one customer gave me $10 and one gave me a lot.
Wow. How long you gonna sit out here? All afternoon?
Maybe for the whole, maybe for the whole day.
Maybe for the whole day? Okay. Honey, that looks so much better. I think I'm gonna put your name on that wheel hoe there. We'll get it engraved on there
my
for
gosh.
you. How about that?
How about you just start paying me by the hour?
Paying you by the hour? Okay. We can do that.
I got a $50 rate.
So as you saw, Abram had his first little market stand there in the front yard, and we thought we had swore off market gardening, but
Oh gosh.
it looks like he may try to get us back into it. He had a blast, had a good time. And
He came up with this plan on Saturday night around 6 o'clock. He said, Mom, what if we go home, we set up a stand, we make some signs that say fresh vegetables, and then we holler, fresh veggies, fresh veggies. And it was so funny. On Sunday, he kept saying, Mom, are you looking for my customers? Do you see my
we weren't going to get started until 5, but he
couldn't handle it, y'all.
We got started about, what, 4?
3:30.
3:30 or so.
3:30.
Brooklyn called, a few people posted on Facebook. We had a lot of people stop by.
A lot of people came by
and
for it.
sold most all what you had there.
Everything. He sold everything he had.
Sold most of the pumpkins he took to the road, and then everything else, cucumbers, tomatoes, figs, all that good stuff. I think he made like $100 or so.
Yeah, he did. He
was real excited about that. He's already asked us when he could do it again. And
we go to Disney World in October, so he wants to do it again so he can save money for Disney World. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So we let him spend a little bit of that money he made, and we told him he had to save the rest.
Yeah.
He was okay with that.
And you were trying to tell him maybe you should wait till it cools off a little bit before you do it again.
Yeah. I said, let's try to grow some more pumpkins, and we'll do a big pumpkin stand. He said, okay.
Yeah. We probably need to get it easy up and be a little bit more planned, but just throwing it together.
We threw it together in an hour.
It looked pretty nice.
Yeah, I thought
it looked pretty nice. So he may have him a little side business, little side hustle. We're always going to grow way more than we can use here, so he wants to get him a little stand and sell it, then go for it.
Might as well.
So if any of you guys out there are doing any warm season cover cropping right now or planning on doing that pretty soon, let me know about it. And if you have any questions about warm season cover cropping, definitely let me know in the comments as well, and I'll try to help you the best I can. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, like, and share, and we'll see you next time right here at Lazy Dog Farm.
Farewell, by the beauty of your life.